All right, in mathematics, we have what we call the Cartesian plane. Cartesian plane is normally made up of two perpendicular lines. It has the y-axis and the x-axis. So, if you are familiar with the number line, it's easy for you to understand the Cartesian plane. Normally on the left side of this horizontal line, we write negative numbers, -1, -2, -3, 1, 2, 3. Then along this vertical line, you write positive numbers up and negative numbers down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You do the same, -1, -2, -3, -4, and so forth. All right. So this is what we call the Cartesian plane. Lines can be drawn which represent certain equations. For instance, a line can pass through 5 and 3 like this. Then you'll be asked to find its gradient. So the concept that I want to deliver right now is how to find the equation of straight line. Right, so let's look at the gradient and the y-interception. There is a general equation for gradient, which is y is equal to mx plus c. On this equation, m is our gradient. Yes, m is the gradient. Then c represents a point along the y-axis. Right. We have a question here which is saying determine the equation of the line with the gradient -2 and y-intercept 17. So using this equation, it's easy now. Why? Because we simply substitute. The equation is y equals to our gradient is -2x plus the constant c, which is a point along the y-axis 17. So this will be your final answer. Then we have another concept on the gradient and one point on the line. That one is given by y minus y1 equals to m open x minus x1. Right. A question on that concept is determine the equation of the line with the gradient 7, and that goes through the point -2 and 7. So normally when you are given 2 points like this, -2 and 7, obviously you know that the x coordinate is the first one. X coordinate is -2 and the y coordinate is 7. The y coordinate is 7. So let's look at how to solve this one. How best can we get the answer given the formula? Okay, so since we are asked to determine the equation of the line with the gradient 7, and that goes through the point -2 and -7, what you need to know is that this point is made up of an x coordinate and a y coordinate. Hence, our formula says y minus y1 equals to m open x minus x1. So it's a matter of substitution. Let's substitute the values of x and y on this equation. Y minus y1 is 7 equals to m open x minus, our x1 is -2, so We say minus 2 here. Right. We have to remove the brackets. Y minus 7 equals to m times x. Get mx minus times minus, you get a positive. A positive. So m times this positive, you get plus 2m. Then we have to factor out. M y minus 7 is equals to, m open x plus 2. Then this 7 should go this side of the equation. Alright, since our question requires us to determine the equation of the line with gradient 7, but this line goes through a point minus 2 and 7. So what is important is to know which point represents the x coordinate and which one is the y coordinate. So in this case, minus 2 is the x coordinate and 7 is the y coordinate. So we have to substitute all values, including our gradient 7. So y minus 7 is equals to the gradient 7, which we are already given here, open x minus 2. Then in this case, when we are given two sides like this, we have to multiply to clear this bracket, isn't it? Minus minus, you get a positive. Y minus 7 is equals to 7, open x plus 2, close. Now, we have to collect like terms for us to come up with an equation in y. So y is equals to minus 7 crosses the equal sign, becomes a positive. So it's 7 plus 7 times x, get 7x, plus 7 times 2 is plus 14. Then we can collect like terms. Y is equals to 7x plus 7 plus 14, we get plus 21. So this will be your final answer. Thank you. 1 equals to m open x minus x1. So it's a matter of substitution again. In this case, our y coordinate is 7. So we are going to say y minus 7 equals to m open